In this video, we will demonstrate how to configure a flow meter with a digital output on a digital input of the field logger. First, we need to configure the digital channel where the signal will be connected. We assign a name to the channel. In my example, I will call it pulse. If the signal is NPN or PNP, leave the value for level 0 as 0 and the value for level 1 as 1. If the signal is a dry contact, leave the value for level 0 as 1 and the value for level 1 as 0. In my example, I have a PNP type signal. I also enable another digital input on the field logger so that I can reset the pulse count from the flow meter input whenever desired. I named this channel Reset. Since in my example, the reset is a dry contact, I configure the value for level 0 as 1 and the value for level 1 as 0. Next, we need to perform calculations using virtual channels so that the flow rate can be interpreted. First, I create a virtual channel with the K-factor of my flow sensor. In a simple and summarized way, the sensor K-factor is the number of pulses generated per volumetric unit. In my example, the K-factor of my sensor is 2 pulses per liter. This is information that must be provided by the flow meter manufacturer. I assign a name to the channel. In my case, I called it K-factor. Choose the constant value operation and enter the desired K-factor value. After that, we need to create a virtual channel to count the pulses from the input. We assign a name to the channel, which I called pulse_count. Select the digital channel that receives the flow meter signal and choose the count operation. This channel will count and accumulate the pulses received on the field logger digital input. Remember that the maximum frequency allowed on the field logger input is 250 Hz. Now, we will create a virtual channel to display the totalized flow in liters, which is the volumetric unit we are working with. I assign a name to the channel. In my example, tot_flow_liters. Then I select the virtual channel pulse_count, which is the pulse counter, divide it by the K-factor, which in my case is 2, and set 2 decimal places. I configure the unit as L. This operation will make each pulse represent 0.5 liters, creating a totalized value corrected by the K-factor, meaning this will already be the real totalized value in liters. To obtain the instantaneous flow rate, it is necessary to check every second whether there has been a variation in the totalized value. If no change has occurred, it is understood that the flow rate during that second is 0. However, if a variation has occurred, it is understood that this variation represents the instantaneous flow during that second. To configure the instantaneous flow rate, we assign a name to the channel. In my example, I called it inst_flow_L/S. I select the real totalized liters channel, choose the variation operator, and set an interval of 1 second. I configure the channel with 2 decimal places and the unit as liters per second. With these channels, it is already possible to obtain the totalized flow in liters and the instantaneous flow in liters per second. If it is desired to display the flow rate in other units, it will be necessary to create additional virtual channels. In my case, I would also like to obtain the instantaneous flow in cubic meters per second and in liters per hour. For this, I created 2 constants, one constant of 1,000 and another of 3,600. To obtain the flow rate in cubic meters per second, I divide my flow rate in liters per second by the constant 1,000. I define the number of decimal places as 4 and the unit as cubic meters per second. To obtain the flow rate in liters per hour, I multiply my flow rate in liters per second by the constant 3,600. I define the number of decimal places as 2 and the unit as liters per hour. Next, I created an alarm to reset the pulse count on the digital input coming from the flow meter. I select the digital channel called Reset and define that when it becomes equal to 1, the alarm action should perform a preset on the pulse channel with a preset value equal to 0. After that, I proceed and send the configuration to the field logger. To test the configuration we created, I will use a digital output from a PLC connected to the digital input of the field logger to simulate the pulses. In the field logger diagnostics, I will monitor the totalized flow in liters, the instantaneous flow in liters per second, the instantaneous flow in cubic meters per second, and the instantaneous flow in liters per hour. In this PLC memory, I define the frequency of the signal coming from the PLC in hertz, pulses per second. At this moment, the frequency is set to 0, meaning there are no pulses on the field logger input. Remember that our configuration states that the flow meter has 2 pulses per liter, meaning 1 pulse every 0.5 liters. I apply a 1 Hz signal. This means that 1 pulse is received every second by the field logger. It is then possible to observe that there is an addition of 0.5 liters every second. This means that the instantaneous flow rate is 0.5 liters per second. With the conversions performed, we also have 0.0005 cubic meters per second and 1,800 liters per hour. I change the frequency to 2 Hz. I reset the totalization using the reset digital input. Now, we have 2 Hz, meaning 2 pulses per second. Since each pulse represents 0.5 liters, we then have 1 liter per second, 0.001 cubic meters per second, and 3,600 liters per hour. With this video, it was possible to demonstrate how to configure a flow meter on the digital input of the field logger.